It is an honor to welcome our friend Dane in from Pride Mental Health. How are you doing, man?
Good. How you doing, guys?
We're hanging in there. We're trying to stay positive during this, which I imagine is a common theme around Pride Mental Health these days. Talk to us a little bit about some of the things that maybe we can do to try to stay ahead of this thing and in a good mental place when all this crap is going on around us.
I think some of the first steps toward taking care of ourselves is just taking a few steps to acknowledge why it's important. Our emotional and social and mental health ties so deeply in with our physical health. It ties so deeply in with our connectivity with each other. Right now is a hard time for a lot of people. There are a lot of people put out, there are a lot of people down, and what we've seen so far in the last 3-4 weeks is that we see a lot of people being strong and finding strength that they didn't have before. This whole process seems to be coming in waves, and one day everybody's feeling pretty calm and is adjusting very well to the situation. The next day, anxiety spikes. It's natural, and it should. There's a lot of uncertainty. I think some of the steps we can take in order to take care of ourselves is first recognizing that it's important to, and taking time to think about our own mental health, taking time to think about what we can do to manage it. If we're all stuck at home, what coping strategies are we using? What helps us keep our minds busy in a positive and reinforcing way? But also, most importantly, what are we doing to be prepared for what may come next?
Dane, one of the things too right now that we're just all waiting for some bit of good news, and it doesn't happen. It just hasn't happened really as far as the good news part goes, and so that makes it really difficult for people to get by, especially if they're reading too much of the news. That seems to be an issue too.
Everybody's watching tediously. Everybody's watching intently on what's going to happen next, waiting for that big release of information, the big release from the pressure of the situation. Truth is, I think it was Frank Clark that said, everyone's trying to accomplish something really big, realizing that life is made up of the little things. To get through this, we're going to need to be in tune with the little things we can do to take care of ourselves and the people around us. Taking care of the people around us has a lot to do with us taking care of ourselves first.
Talk a little bit about some of the changes you've had to make. Obviously you can't do, in visits anymore, so you kind of had to rearrange the way you do things with health.
Telehealth, yeah. We have been extremely blessed. We actually started working on developing our telehealth services at the beginning of the year, just as a next natural step in our growth process. And so when all of this went down, all we simply had to do was release it earlier than expected. The clients that we serve react really well to it, but we've been able to incorporate new clients. We've been able to bring on more people, and in that, I don't know what even words to use to describe how amazed I am by the Pride. This team has opened up additional time. Every member of this team has made themselves as available as possible and have been really pulling double duty. I think this is week 4 now, that it just seems like things have been chaotic. We're growing in response to this, and somehow we are able and positioned very well to maintain what we're doing without interruption.
No, that's good to know, man. In situations like this is the stuff where, like you had mentioned, anxiety, depression, all these things are fairly easy to have something take over, and it's good to know that there is a company like Pride Mental Health around and has the resources to help you even in a time like this where, you want to practice social distancing and those face-to-face meetings just aren't possible anymore, but still somebody on the other end ready to help and to listen and to guide you, because one thing that you learn about this stuff, whether you go to therapy or not, is there is no parachute. There's no answer for all this stuff. Everything needs to be individualized for whatever person is dealing with whatever they're dealing with. And so it's really important to know that if you need that help or you need that extra, direction, it's there for you, regardless of how you get it.
Absolutely. If you find a path that doesn't have any obstacles, it won't lead anywhere.
Yeah.
We're here to help with those obstacles.
Going to your point that you kind of started out with here a little bit ago too, is that, with everybody being in quarantine and people outside of their regular, routine that they do, they're probably finding that they were coping some of their issues that they didn't even realize they were coping out. And now that they don't have those abilities to do those, they're realizing that, man, I'm getting hit with this craziness, and they don't even know why it is. Yeah. And now they're starting to really feel that anxiety. I can relate to that for sure. So it's really important, I think, for you to be able to help people, because they might not, it's going to be like a ton of bricks hitting them in the face when that happens.
Yeah, this is new. This is new for all of us. I feel like up until this situation, we've been battling the stigma of mental health. You know, we all need to be strong. Don't need to include anybody else. This is a whole new phase for everybody that this impacts, which is on a global scale. We've never seen this. There is nothing wrong with reaching out for help. Typically, when we're talking about mental health, that means counseling services. But you know, if people need ideas, we have endless binders of pages of information of just ideas of things to do to occupy time to develop skills. I can't express how much I appreciate being part of a team that is on this end of the situation.
So if somebody's listening out there that goes, you know what, it may do me some good, some benefit to talk to somebody about this particular situation, what's the best way to reach Pride Mental Health?
We have our website with numerous ways to reach us. There are quick contact forms on our website scattered throughout. There are links to all of our media sites, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. We can still give us a call. Our number is 208-322-2928. But quite honestly, if someone needs to reach out, email, fax, website, Facebook, call.
PrideMentalHealth.com, by the way, the website.
Yep, PrideMentalHealth.com.
There we go. We got you there, Dane.
Thank you, brother.
But no, man, it's good stuff. Thank you for all that you do for the Treasure Valley, the people in it. It's a fantastic company and help out a lot of people, including some of us here. So thank you for everything that you do, Damian. We appreciate it very much.
Right back at you. We absolutely stand behind you guys. Thank you for all that you do.